Today on the channel, we take a look at the one of 3,000 Jakks Classic Superstars, Cactus Jack and The Undertaker. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for our weekly deep dive. Every single Tuesday, we're discussing Jakks Classic Superstars, and it's been that way for over a year and a half now. So if you've missed a video, go back, check them out as we've talked about the single cards, the 2-packs, the 3-packs, exclusives, miscellaneous, a lot of videos to digest. Check them out if you missed them, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, as we still got a couple more months of Jakks Classic Superstars Mania until we've researched and talked about every single one. So it's been a fun journey. I thank you guys for joining in, and today we're talking one of 3,000 Jakks Classic Superstars. Once again, the Toy Fair Wizard exclusives out there, and we're looking at Cactus Jack, and we're looking at The Undertaker. Two figures, both from 2008, and like I said, one of 3,000 exclusives. And The Undertaker, I guess we'll start with The Undertaker. Why not, huh? Let's start with the old Mark Calloway, The Undertaker. I've always told you my thoughts on The Undertaker. I'm more of an Undertaker guy, but I do respect the Taker. I do respect this one. A lot of people were happy to get this one, but a lot of people were up in arms. As we talk about on the channel, sometimes you don't want to give the prime era of a character, one of the most wanted looks of a character, you don't want to give that as an exclusive, as you upset some people out there. This would have almost been better as a Mean Mark Callis exclusive, possibly, with the 1 of 3,000, because there was a lot of people wanting this Taker out there. Even more so, as we talked about with some of these, there was a yin and yang in the Toy Fair. A 1 of 3,000 for more of the general public, and then a 1 of 100. And there was a 1 of 100 Undertaker. We covered it in our 1 of 100s videos out there, so go back, check that one out. That was the glow-in-the-dark Undertaker, so a little different with that one, of course. But this Undertaker, a very common Undertaker, I guess you'd call it, and very cool-looking Undertaker. When you're thinking Jakks Ruthless Aggression era, you go back to 2008, this is an Undertaker a lot of people wanted and not everybody could get, as it is only 1 of 3,000. And there's some special things about this one we're going to get into here right now. But let's look at the packaging. We know it. We love it. It's the Classic Superstars. You got that 1 of 3,000 sticker going on there. Interesting, they gave him a stretcher on the back. I don't think there was a reason for that. I think it's just one of those things Jakks threw it in there because a stretcher is kind of close to a body bag in some ways, maybe. Maybe I'm reaching a little bit. I think that's why they put that in there. He does have his world title belt, which is always a plus. And then, of course, soft goods leather trench coat going on here. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful one. This is Undertaker, as a lot of people remember him, kind of a more original version of The Undertaker out there. But then there's one thing that threw me for a loop, and this came out in 2008. I got it in 2008. I was very happy to have it. I put it up on my wall, and away I went. But it was many years later. I'm talking like maybe 2015, let's call it. I never realized, and I don't remember ever seeing chatter online. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. Or maybe I knew and forgot. But I remember it was many, many years later. I did not realize that this Undertaker has real facial hair. He's got the flocked fuzz facial hair on this. Instead of painted on, it is real flocked hair. Like you'd see with Panther and Masters of the Universe. Maybe even Triple H. Shawn Michaels. We got that Ring Rage figure with the real chest hair. Very akin to that, but he has the flocked beard, which I don't know how I didn't notice that. Even looking at it, it took me a little bit, but you got to look at it. I mean, it looks like the old school 70s G.I. Joe, if you guys remember their beards on those. That's what we got here. So very interesting for an exclusive, and to really not praise that and really promote that was very interesting, but it's only 1 of 3,000, so maybe they felt, hey, we didn't need to promote that. But just an interesting aspect of this figure, and one that I totally either didn't know about or totally forgot about until many years later. Maybe some of you guys out there were not aware this one had flocked beard on it, which I thought was just a really cool touch and just something different, and I always love different than expected. So very strong Taker figure right there. Undertaker on the side, that is his name after all. And then you got the glamour shot, looking only like a dead man could look from Death Valley. On the back, you got the UPCs and warnings down below. You got the glamour shot up top. You got an action figure glamour shot. Once again, you got the Undertaker, the ghost of the Undertaker, peering over his shoulder up top there. And then we got the tail of the tape. Being an exclusive, they didn't want to promote anything on this one. So I think that is the way to go. Why promote on an exclusive? It just makes it feel a little bit more special this way. But let's read the tail of the tape on the old Undertaker, see what it has to say. Weight, 305 pounds. Height, 6'10 and a half. Finishing move, Tombstone, Chokeslam, Last Ride. Pick your poison. Which one you want? Titles, World Heavyweight Champion, WWE Champion, World Tag Team Champion, WCW Tag Team Champion, and of course, the Hardcore Champion. So there it is. A very, very solid Undertaker figure. Not my favorite version of the Undertaker in his career, but one you definitely got to respect. One that definitely deserves to be in the Classic Superstars line, even back at this time. Well deserved to be in here. And the extra flocking, the 1 of 3,000, really takes this one up a notch, if you ask me. So very, very solid Undertaker figure. But then we turn our attention to Cactus Jack, one of my all-time favorite wrestlers of all time. I talked a story about me and Mick Foley and Terry Funk enjoying a pizza together one Hall of Fame night. I'll never forget that moment, getting to spend time with Terry Funk, which was my Mount Rushmore for sure. I love Terry Funk. Him and Ultimate Warrior are my two favorites. So even being there and then having Mick there at the same time, just absolutely crazy. So I always love Cactus Jack figures, Mick Foley, Mankind, whatever you're talking about. But I gotta be honest, Cactus Jack is where Mick stole my heart and never let go at a very, very early age. As I was a kid in the 80s, running home. I got out of school at 3:05. I'd get home about 3:15. I'd do a dead sprint home, turn on ESPN, and I would be watching the GWF, USWA on weekday afternoons. And Cactus Jack was a big part of that in my childhood. That was my first go around with him. I liked him from the get-go. There was something different about him. He was crazy. Cactus Jack Manson, all that kind of stuff. So I loved Cactus Jack. Then he went to WCW. I was very excited as I was watching all the wrestling I could at the time. And then, of course, you follow his career into ECW and WWF, WWE, all that and everything else. So I've really felt like I followed his career basically from the beginning. And it was a favorite of mine the whole way through. So very special anytime we get especially a Cactus Jack figure. And this one did not disappoint. I love this Cactus Jack figure. And might as well bring it out now. So you guys all know we did Classic Superstar Series 19. Yep, Series 19. We got a very similar Cactus Jack. Very, very similar here. I think they came out the same year. 2008. So they came out in the same year. So we'll put this to the side. We'll talk about it a little bit. But let's go over this 2008 Toy Fair 1 of 3,000 exclusive. First, you got Cactus Jack there. Got the soft goods shirt, which is beautiful. We later did get a 3-pack with Terry Funk and Sabu. And no soft goods on that Cactus Jack figure. So that is interesting. But it's all the Classic Superstars packaging we know we love. We got the 1 of 3,000 here. Beautiful head sculpt on this Cactus Jack figure. I love how he's got his tongue to the side, going through his 2 missing front teeth. Just looks beautiful. Then you got the great bang bang hands going on here. But then the accessories of this one. You get the wooden barbed wire table. You get a garbage can. You get a painted, yes, painted barbed wire baseball bat. So a lot of good accessories with this one. A beautiful Cactus Jack figure. I really like it a lot. I think this is one of the most underrated Classic Superstar figures of all time. I was over the moon when this came out. I couldn't get this fast enough. So just beautiful there. Cactus Jack on the side. Beautiful picture of him on this side of the figure. On the back, we got the glamour shot. There he is at the top. You got the action figure glamour shot. We got UPCs. We got warnings. We got the tail of the tape. We got Classic Superstar logo. We got the Hall of Fame logo. Oh, yeah, we got it all. We got it all. But let's say about old Cactus Jack. Debuted 1983, 297 pounds. 6'2", finishing move, the double arm DDT. Titles, WWE Champion. So there he is, Cactus right here. It also says Toy Fair Magazine exclusive right there, in case you missed it. No 1 of 100 to match this one like we got with the Taker here. But we did get this one, and I think we had a lot of similarities here. It's the same head, same body. But where the differences really start with this one is below the waist. You got the same soft goods shirt kind of going on. A little difference in the yellows, but that could just be printing patterns. We do get the same baseball bat on both of these, but you don't get the barbed wire board and you don't get the garbage can with this one. But like I said, the legs are where things change. And the 1 of 3,000, you got that sticker that I don't like, of course. But you got different colored boots and different colored tights on these. That is the differences on these. And I don't like that they gave this as an exclusive, but I do because I love getting more Cactus Jacks. And this is truly 2 different figures with the different tights and stuff. But I'm glad in some ways they gave a regular release of this, a dumbed down version, I guess you'd call it. But I'm glad they did that because he is such an iconic superstar. Everybody wanted a Cactus Jack. We had Mankind. We had Dude Love and classic superstars. You couldn't live without a Cactus Jack. So they threw us all a bone. They gave us a regular one. For the people that didn't have the chance or the finances or whatever to get this one of 3,000, you had a chance to get a really good Cactus Jack. I mean, we talked about that 3-pack out there. It's really dumbed down from this. Like I said, it's just painted on shirt instead of soft goods. But I'm here for it all day long. I love Cactus Jack, and I thought this was just tremendous packaging here. Just a tremendous exclusive, and one I couldn't believe. I almost thought it was fake when it was announced. It was so cool. And like I said about The Undertaker, not the biggest Undertaker fan of this era, but I gotta respect him, gotta respect his spot in the Classic Superstar set, and then the flocking brings it to another level. So very, very interesting Toy Fair 1 of 3,000 exclusives here. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Did you have both of these? Did you have one of them, none of them, two of them? Let me know your thoughts. How do you feel about flocked things? Do you like flocked things? I'm somewhere in the middle on it. It doesn't really have to be, but I do appreciate it from time to time. Love to know how you feel about it. But let me know your thoughts on these two. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Like this video. You guys know we're doing this every single Tuesday. We got Class Superstars every time. You want to follow along. You don't want to miss one. You too can be a Jakks Class Superstars expert out there. Follow me on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, support the channel. So for Cactus Jack and The Undertaker, I am Kyle. I will see you guys all real soon.